they're so personable, right from the get-go. Talking to Travis on the phone, it was like we had old friends. Like I was telling him everything that had been going on since I hadn't been working, and he was like, "Oh yeah," he's sharing me stories. Our first conversation, I was at a Starbucks when I had set up our appointment. I had just gotten back into town from one trip, and we were on the phone for about an hour. And he was telling me everything that I could get going for me, and when I could come in. But again, just very personable, very receptive. I know when I was sending information for my resume, I was getting feedback from DJ. I mean, they were coming like, I would send it to her, probably sometimes she'd get it within 2 hours back to me. Sometimes she's a little bit busier, but I'd be waiting for that feedback. I'd incorporate it. I might ask her a question about like maybe what she was asking, and then she would give me an example and be like, okay, got it. It was just an amazing experience just because, I hadn't had to work on a resume for 14 years, so, things have changed. I didn't think about that, and so the things that she was telling me to do with my resume, I was like, wow, that looks great. Why didn't I do that 14 years ago? But they're just very personable, just so willing to help. I felt like they had a genuine interest in me, like getting the next job, getting that next career opportunity, so they're so helpful. Personal support I got from Right Management was, again, out of this world. Just amazing. You could call them at any time. You could email them. Travis, I would send emails sometimes at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. Travis respond back 5 minutes later saying, oh, that's great. There was a time when I had several opportunities for jobs I both wanted and I didn't know what to do, and I'd actually accepted one already, and I was telling Travis what I was wrestling with, and he was just like, hey, come on in, let's talk about it. I can help you go through some of the pros and cons and go through the list and everything. And anytime I was just telling them what I was going through, there was always a tool that could be out there to help me. If it wasn't them personally, that's something I could use, a worksheet or something to go through. So just just how helpful they were for that is, again, undeniable, just amazing. So I had a lot of memorable times at Right Management. One of the first ones, first of all, meeting Travis, very memorable right there. My second one was when I told him after my 5th interview at a company, I still didn't get the job, and I think I might have cried a little bit, and Travis had me laughing. It was just, the feedback I got just wasn't what I wanted to hear and what I didn't believe, and so we had a good moment there where we, discussed some of my strengths, and it really built me up, talked about my energy and smile and how anyone would be crazy not to have me. And, it really made me feel good and let me know, okay, well, this is where I'm going. And it was kind of like my turning point and when I was starting to, really hit my resume hard and starting to apply for positions. And then another memorable moment would be the first Friday meeting. I remember coming in, again, nervous, didn't know what to expect. And sitting there, and after the meeting, I spoke a little bit, but after the meeting, people were talking, they're like, wow, just your energy. I gave them my story about, the 5th interview and still getting that no, and they're just like, how could they say no and everything? So again, just that build up and that networking and the support you have from that Friday meeting was amazing. So all those great times.